All right, we're in East Dallas this afternoon. I wanted to point out a good side-by-side analysis. So this is a client of ours here on the right, on the left, not a client of ours. However, before we ever started, these two neighbors, I guess, kind of went in together and resodded both their yards at the same time with Tiftuff Bermuda grass, which is a very common grass to sod with here in North Texas. With that being said, these guys picked us up here on the right, our client, and we've been treating their yard for about a year now. So we've gotten down the proper preventatives. We fertilized throughout the growing season. Nice dense canopy of turf while it's still dormant, acting as a nice defense line against some natural weeds that might crop up. But we also have our cool season weed prevention down. This side over here, not a client of ours. I don't think they do anything from talking to my client. You can see here along the edge, lots of weeds breaking through. Kind of interesting to see. A little bit thinner turf in some areas. I'm not going to go too biased on it. At the same time, right here, lots of weed breakthrough along this edge even more as we go down. So you get the picture. Without these preventative treatments, you're going to start seeing weed breakthrough. And like I said, this is just a good example of an A/B test. With that being said, this client will continue these preventions. I would say treating weeds is no different than personal health, whereas being on that preventative side of things is much easier than the reactive. So we'll just continue that process. We were here doing a little bit of irrigation work earlier as well. He asked one of my employees about a hat, so I dropped off a hat, and he's left us a review before, so that's always good. So a good 5-star review is probably worth a Victory Landscapes hat. So either way, good, happy client, and we'll keep it that way.